Good evening. Thanks for joining us for KREM 2 News at 10. I'm Cody Proctor. We're getting straight now to breaking news. An ATF agent was shot along with a suspect outside the Motel 6 off Sunset Boulevard in West Spokane. KREM 2's Kyle Simchuk has been on the scene all night. And Kyle, what more are police telling you?
Well, yeah, Cody, the agent and the suspect were both rushed to the hospital. We do not know their condition at this time, but police are still searching for two suspects considered to be armed. Police believe they were involved in this incident as well. According to Spokane Police Chief Craig Meidel, an ATF called police around 5 saying one of their agents had been shot along with a suspect. Two other suspects managed to get away, and police have been searching for them ever since. The Spokane County Sheriff's helicopter circled the scene for about an hour. Police did not give us a description of the suspects, only saying they consider them to be armed. Now you're about to hear from Police Chief Meidel, as well as a man who lives nearby and heard the gunfire.
I do not have an update for you on the condition of the ATF agent or the suspect at this time. After this incident after we have been able to lock down this scene, the Spokane Police Department will take the lead. The FBI declined to respond and take the investigation. They asked that we take that investigation for them.
Luckily, in a way, luckily we didn't see anything, but maybe 5 minutes later, less than 5 minutes, we started hearing police cars and emergency responders, things like that, and we all saw on social media that what we're learning has happened, and so it was just very surreal to have something like that happen just literally down the street.
Police remain on scene and have the entire block closed off with crime tape. The Spokane police told us any new information will come from the ATF. We reached out to the agency, but have not heard any updates. Reporting live in West Spokane, Kyle Simchuk, KREM 2 News.
Kyle, thank you so much. And of course, this is a developing situation, and we'll continue to track this and update as soon as we learn more. In the meantime, you can check krem.com for the very latest. An 18-year-old University High School student has been arrested for making threats. Classes were canceled at the high school today after threats that someone was going to shoot up the school were passed around on social media. The school originally delayed classes by 2 hours, but ended up canceling classes altogether. Deputies received a tip early this morning. Investigators didn't find a specific threat from the student about shooting the school, but says they did find evidence the teenager threatened to kill a 16-year-old classmate. Law enforcement arrested him this afternoon and booked him into the Spokane County Jail for felony harassment and threats to kill. Another student was also arrested today for making threats at a school in Medical Lake. Earlier this week, a student notified a school resource officer of another student's possible social media threats. Police say they found evidence he'd been researching ways to carry out an attack at the school during a search. Authorities found no weapons at his home or anything indicating an attack was imminent. Right now, the suspect is in the juvenile detention center. Well, Friday brought more rain and clouds to end the work week for us, but will it continue into the weekend? Meteorologist Thomas Patrick is joining us now. And Thomas, will this wet weather stay with us to impact our weekend plans?
At least just a little bit, but think of it this way. Yesterday we got a lot of rain. It was like 3 batches of rain, morning, afternoon, and night. Today it was just the afternoon batch, but still some lingering showers, especially down on the Palouse and towards the Lewiston area. I think any rain chances this weekend are going to be more like today's rain and not like Thursday's rain, aka it's just going to be a little bit at times. Let's actually show you future tracker right away. This is 11 o'clock tomorrow. Looks like a few scattered showers, but just one passing blip of some showers, and we should be actually mainly dry for the rest of the weekend. But one other point to point out is that it will be windy for both Saturday and Sunday. We're already feeling the breeze start to kick up even tonight. So coming up, I'm going to detail how strong the winds will be for this weekend and just how many days that we're still going to see those rain chances amidst this active pattern across the Pacific Northwest.
Thank you so much, Thomas. We'll keep track of that right along with you. And we're also keeping track of a look ahead for us to the winter season. The Washington State Department of Transportation warns staff shortages could mean some roads and passes will stay closed longer than normal due to storms this winter. WSDOT says as of late last month, they're down almost 300 of their typical winter staffing positions. But despite the shortage, WSDOT says safety will remain their top priority. So here's what department officials say we can't expect. Some roads and passes will be closed longer than normal during and after significant storms. The department also says to expect less attention to secondary routes as crews focus on higher priority roads. Some lanes of the freeway system may also have snow and ice, while crews focus on keeping just 1 or 2 lanes open, and there also may lower speed limits. The officials say there could also be slower response times, and it may take longer to clear major crashes. Drivers should make sure their vehicles are ready, packing winter supplies and staying informed about weather conditions. Well, back in February, Washington bars closed temporarily during the pandemic, so many people went over to Coeur d'Alene, where the bars stayed open. This, along with other services, led to a surge in alcohol-related crimes in downtown Coeur d'Alene. But now the Coeur d'Alene Police Department says things are much better. KREM 2's Amanda Rowley explains how they made it happen.
Back in February, the Coeur d'Alene Police Department had to increase enforcement here in downtown Coeur d'Alene, and that's because they were seeing an uptick in alcohol-related crimes here in the area. Now, 9 months later, the situation has improved, and that's because the police department formed a partnership with owners of the bars in this area.
Coeur d'Alene Police Chief Lee White said 4 bars in particular, Mix, the Beacon, the Moose Lounge, and the Iron Horse, were the most popular locations for alcohol-related calls. Those 4 establishments alone received 122 calls in the first 2 months of the year.
Because we had to spend so much time in the downtown area dealing with those alcohol and violent crime-related issues, we weren't able to provide service to the rest of the city like we would normally do.
Captain Jeff Walther said increased population on weekends and over-service at bars were the main contributing factors to the surge in calls. As police work to curb these crimes, Walther says they found that some bars did not have training or resources to understand when someone was overserved. So the department started meeting regularly with the bar owners and formed a partnership that would eventually stop overservice.
Not overreaching as a government entity was important to us, and so really getting them sit down and giving them ideas on what modeled success looked like, what different environmental things that they could do to curb that crime and help us establishing communication, not with just the police department, but between each other when they have a problem, to let the neighboring bar know, hey, we just had this problem, they're headed your way.
When the situation was at its worst, Coeur d'Alene City Council made disorderly conduct illegal. This gave police an additional tool to curb alcohol-related crimes, but Captain Walther believes the relationships the department built with the bar owners made the biggest impact.
They have better business models in place. Their violent crime is down. Our violent crime is down. And it's a safer place to be than it was.
The downtown bars impacted by this situation agree that things are much better now. Now, the owners of these bars did not want to go on camera, but I did speak over the phone with the owner of the Moose Lounge, and he believes that communication and reinforcing policies have helped make downtown once again a safe and fun experience. Reporting in downtown Coeur d'Alene, Amanda Rowley, KREM 2 News.
Amanda, thank you so much. Well, still to come on KREM 2 News, sex trafficking is on the rise in Seattle. We're breaking down the numbers as we take a look at one of the top cities for sex trafficking. And some people love it, others not so much. We'll tell you everything you need to know about the upcoming daylight saving time. Stay with us.